Hey, listen up. I'm going to tell you a secret about women that most men live their entire lives without discovering. Every time a woman shows sudden annoyance, creates unnecessary drama, or asks a strange, loaded question, she is not trying to be difficult. She is testing you. She is running a secret psychological diagnostic. The men who fail these tests end up being rejected or relegated to the friend zone. The men who understand this psychological audit and pass them effortlessly become the men she obsesses over. Today, we are diving deep into the dark psychology of female testing. We will expose the 3 main tests every woman runs, and more importantly, we will give you the 3-step strategy to hold your masculine frame and pass every single time. This is the difference between being a temporary option and being the permanent choice. The reason women test is not malice, it is evolutionary security. Her unconscious biological drive demands a partner who can provide safety, leadership, and emotional stability under chaos. The problem is, modern dating makes it impossible to judge a man's character just by his words. Anyone can talk a big game. The only way for her to see your true character, your masculine core, is through pressure. The test is a shortcut. It's her subconscious saying, "Can I trust this man's masculine frame, his internal reality, when my feminine chaos hits it?" If your frame collapses, you fail the security check. The first test you'll face is the chaos and integrity test. This test checks if your words truly match your reality. She might suddenly bring up an ex, argue about a minor decision, or shift her mood dramatically for no obvious reason. She's creating manufactured chaos. The failure response is always the same. You get defensive, you get angry, or you immediately submit and apologize. All 3 signal that you lose control of your emotions when pressure is applied. The win is holding your frame. You acknowledge her emotion without joining the chaos. You maintain your calm, objective view of reality. For instance, if she says, "I can't believe you took me here. My ex always did this." The power response is, "That's fine, but my name isn't your ex. I chose this place for the food. If you're truly not hungry, we can leave, but let's decide without drama." This response shows unshakable emotional control and immediately resets her emotional reality back to yours. The second category of tests focuses entirely on your self-respect and your boundaries. This is the core of the nice guy trap. Test 2 is the boundary test. This checks if you respect yourself enough to be respected by others. The setup is simple. She cancels plans last minute expecting zero pushback, she's constantly late, or she disrespects a minor request you made. The failure is compliance. You instantly forgive her with no consequence. It's okay. No problem. This signals that your time, your focus, and your boundaries are cheap. The dark psychology of compliance is simple. When you constantly comply, she experiences a massive drop in attraction. You remove the need for her to earn your presence or respect your rules. You instantly become a resource, not a partner. The final test is the status test, the social audit. This checks your perceived social status and confidence when you're under the spotlight. She might make a playful, but pointed, joke at your expense, or she talks excessively about other confident men in front of you. The failure is defensiveness. You get visibly hurt, defensive, or try to one-up the other man. This broadcasts deep internal insecurity. The win is using a playful frame. You laugh it off and use lighthearted teasing back at her. For example, if she says, "Wow, you eat slow," the power response is, "Yes, I prefer to savor my food. Unlike some people, I don't rush important things." You demonstrate you can handle pressure while maintaining your witty, attractive frame. Passing the test is not about memorizing lines. It is about mastering your internal state. You must always be operating from a place of integrity and high value. This is the actionable blueprint you need to pass any test. Step 1. Frame lock, the pause. When the test occurs, do not react instantly. Your instant reaction is always emotional. Instead, consciously take a deep breath. This pause breaks the emotional reaction loop and allows you to access your analytical brain. Consciously slow down your speech and movement. You are buying time to analyze the attack. Step 2. Acknowledge and translate the validation trap. Acknowledge the emotion behind her test, but never the accusation. You validate her feeling, but you do not validate the drama. For example, I hear that you're frustrated right now. This prevents you from joining her emotional reality, keeping her locked in your frame. Step 3. Define and redirect the boundary hit. State your boundary clearly and redirect the interaction back to your reality, your frame. You might say, I respect your frustration, but I stand by our original plan. Let's talk about this calmly in 5 minutes. The key is that your frame, your plan, your boundary, your rules remain stable. You are the immovable object, and she feels safe crashing into you. When you consistently pass these tests, you trigger 2 powerful psychological rewards in her. Safety, she knows you won't fold, and attraction, she feels a powerful surge of desire because you embody the unshakable masculine core she needs. You don't need tricks. You need integrity. The man who understands the test knows that it is merely an opportunity to display his true, high value. Stop being the man who constantly fails the hidden audits and start being the man whose masculine frame is unshakable. The man she tests, fails to break, and ultimately becomes obsessed with. If you are ready to master your frame, your presence, and your power, this requires deep internal restructuring, not just memorized lines. So, subscribe my channel Red Flags Carpet to unlock the darkest secrets of dark psychology.